Hello and welcome to Elections with TOI. I'm Priyanka Mukherjee.
And I'm Pallavi. Lalu Yadav once famously remarked in Parliament, "Kya mamuli aadmi hai Mamata?" Well, mamuli or not, she is definitely one of the most important politicians we have right now in India, as she remains the only one of the two women CMs in India.
Today, we're going to talk about one of the most important forces in the upcoming Bengal elections, women voters.
Exactly. We have seen in last few assembly elections that women voters are turning out in high numbers and swinging election results.
Like in Bihar, where women voter turnout was actually higher than men.
Exactly. So that is also kind of changing the strategy for parties for how they campaign in elections. You can't ignore that kind of shift.
But tell me this, Pallavi, in Bengal specifically, do you think it has reached that level yet?
Uh, Not exactly like Bihar, but in Bengal last time in 2021 election, we saw that in at least some phases, women voter turnout was at least at par or slightly higher than men in some parts.
But the gap is closing.
Yeah, and it is closing fast. So, which is why exactly parties are focusing a lot on women voters and how they could woo them. So let's come back to Bengal elections. Priyanka, tell me, what is TMC doing differently this time?
Honestly, I think TMC is doing what has already worked for them. Mamata Banerjee is following the welfare model. She's telling the women voters that Didi has already delivered what others have just promised.
You mean schemes like Lakshmir Bhandar?
Exactly that. The monthly support has been increased to 1700 for SC/ST women voters and 1500 for general category women.
So that would mean that women in the state would have more cash in hand, especially at the time when inflation is such a concern. The messaging seems to be very deliberate from TMC.
Well, yes, Pallavi. Bangla Niger make chai apparently, which means Bengal wants its own daughter. I don't think it could be more deliberate and direct than this. But tell me, what do you think about BJP? What do you think they are doing to woo women voters?
BJP has two strategy in place. First, they are focusing on what has already worked for them in Maharashtra and Bihar and other places. They are like TMC focusing on welfare schemes for women. They have in their manifesto promised 3,000 rupees monthly support for women voters. Along with that, PM Modi personally has promised implementation of Lakpati Didi scheme, which is the initiative of the center. But apart from this, it is also focusing very heavily on security concerns of women.
Well, yes, specifically in the backdrop of Sandesh Khali violence and RG Kar incident. In fact, BJP has given ticket to the mother of RG Kar rape victim. But what about other players in Bengal?
Apart from BJP and TMC, we have at the third part Congress, which is, and the contest is very interesting because both Congress and TMC are part of anti-BJP India bloc at the center. Congress is somehow, obviously, their focus is also on women voters, and they are trying to strike a perfect balance. In their manifesto released by Kharge, they have promised rupees 2,000 monthly support for women voters. And apart from Congress, we have the fourth part, the left.
Well, Pallavi, interestingly, the left seems to have left. Honestly, I think the left, which once had a stronghold in Bengal, has nearly faded in the state. However, they have also pushed specific ideas for women, like they have dedicated, they have promised to dedicate a special force for safety of women, and they have also promised justice for Arjikar rape victim.
Exactly. So this rise of women voters we have seen in last few elections, it is also, it's not only at the state level, it is also being reflected at the national level.
Yeah, you mean the women's reservation bill?
Yeah. So 33% reservation for women in legislature. The center is bringing this bill, and the focus and the target audience seems to be deliberate here.
Well, yes, after all, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has repeatedly said that there is no development of the country without the Nari Shakti.
Exactly, and he is campaigning for BJP very aggressively in Bengal and repeating the same message in every rally almost.
And with women turning out in such large numbers, I think they're going to be a decisive factor in the upcoming elections.
That's true. So what women want in Bengal, they have decided, they will be deciding in next few days. West Bengal will vote in two phases on April 23rd and April 29th.
And the counting of votes will take place on May 4th. For more such quick analysis and election coverage, keep watching Elections with TOI. Thank you.
News never stops. The world keeps turning, and every turn tells a story. Wars, elections, geopolitics, Davids versus Goliaths.
While everyone is celebrating the US-China trade thaw, Trump has been quietly doing something else across Asia.
Were once home to the ancient Silk Road connecting east and west.
But who's connecting the dots? Who's decoding the global storm? Welcome to Times of India videos.
You're watching a special edition of Global Pulse with me, Neha Khanna.
בהנחיה שלי ושל שר הביטחון ישראל כץ.
Durante este año,
We decode the shifting grains of geopolitics to you. From Washington to Wuhan.
Встановлені домовленості і сьогодні підписуються.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Just 2 years ago, Canada was one of the most popular countries for Indian students.
From Davos to Delhi, we track the decisions that move markets, shift policies, and shape the future. No jargon, no bias, just clear, credible, global journalism. Because understanding the world doesn't have to be complicated, it just has to be smart. And that's what we do best. At Times of India videos, we don't just tell stories, we build perspective. We connect the dots between what's global and what's personal, what's happening out there, and what it means for you. It's fast. It's fearless. It's making sense of the changing world order. Times of India videos. Because your worldview is just a tap away.